Hi students, welcome to Physics Truth Loka channel. In this lesson we are going to learn about the image formation by refraction through plane surfaces. So in this, uh, when we are observing the object and the image, there are two types of views. One is normal view and oblique view. Here we are going to discuss about normal view or near normal instance. In that also there are two cases. In the first case we are taking the object in optically denser medium like water here. So optically denser medium, here it is water. So object we are taking here, let us suppose there is a coin placed at the bottom of the water surface, water here, this is bed of the water. Let us suppose this is the real depth of the coin. This is the real depth of the coin. Real depth, let us suppose I am denoting with RD, real depth of the coin, RD. And now the coin is placed in the optically denser medium, which is at a real depth RD is equal to, or you can say H, real depth. And now observer is in optically rarer medium. Optically rarer medium is air here. So now the observer is here. It is almost near normal instance, and that means here straight away the line of sight of the eye and the coin should be in a straight line. So let us suppose here the observer's eye is here. Observer's eye is here. So this eye is observing this coin now. This eye is observing this coin now. Now let us see the phenomena how this coin appears to this eye when this coin undergoes refraction. Now see, from the coin, this is the object. At least to observe the image formed by this coin due to refraction through this plane surface, we need two rays. Let us consider one ray. One ray is incident normally from the object. One ray is going normally and incident on the plane surface. As we know, already in refraction we learned, if a ray is traveling normally incident on the refracting surface, then it goes undeviated and it reaches to the eye like this. It goes undeviated. One more ray, let us consider here very normal instance. See, suppose here one more ray we are considering here, and this is the point of, this is incident ray, this is the point of instance. So at the point of instance, let us draw the normal here. From this normal, this is the normal light ray, this is incident light ray, and now see here, this is angle of incidence I, and here the light ray is going from optically denser to optically rarer. So the light ray bends away from the normal. The light ray bends away from the normal means we can observe here the light ray will go like this. So light ray bends away from the normal. If I extend the refracted light ray back, then these two rays are meeting at this point. So they appear that these two rays are meeting at this point. If I extend this refracted light ray back, then these two refracted rays are meeting, appears to be meet at this point. So here forms the virtual image of this coin. So this is the image of the coin kept. So that means here for this eye, if this eye sees this coin, the coin appears to be at this position, not at this position. The apparent position or the image found by this coin appears to be here. So this is the apparent depth of the coin. So we can say this is apparent depth. Apparent depth of the coin. We observe that there is a shift in the position of the coin. This is the apparent position of the coin as seen by this eye. So there is a shift. This is the shift we are observing. There is a shift in the position of the coin, and this shift also we can find by using here. This shift we can find, this is real depth and this is apparent depth. So shift we will get it as real depth minus apparent depth. And let us now solve this. Let us get an expression, mathematical expression for this apparent depth or apparent position of the image of this coin. Let us find out by using some mathematical derivation. This is angle of incidence and this is angle of refraction. Just for in the figure, this refracted ray is appears to be going beyond the line of sight of the eye. Just for our understanding purpose, the image is elevated, drawn in a bigger manner. Actually, this is near normal instance. This refracted light ray also will go. The angle of incidence and angle of refraction are very very small. So this refracted light ray also reaches to the eye only. So that the eyes observes the image of the coin to be at this position. So this is angle of incidence and this is angle of refraction. And now see, if this is angle of refraction, this also becomes angle of refraction only. And now see, this distance, let us suppose this is x, we can say. And now in order to find out the apparent depth, now let us apply Snell's law at this point where the refraction is undergoing for this ray. So if I apply Snell's law here, refractive index of water, let us suppose refractive index of water is mu w, or mu denser I am writing in general, and this is refractive index of air is mu rarer I am writing mu r. So if I apply Snell's law at this point, at this position, suppose this is A, this is B. If I apply Snell's law at point B, then mu d into sin I is equal to, so by applying Snell's law at point B, by applying Snell's law at point B, so what we are getting, mu d into sin I is equal to mu r into sin r, we are getting mu r into sin r. See here, I already told these are angles of incidence and angles of refraction are very very small, because this is normal, near normal incidence or normal. So for small angles of incidence, we know that sin I is approximately equals to tan I, and sin r is approximately equals to tan r. And now mu d into tan I we can find out from this triangle. Suppose this is angle of incidence I, and this angle also we can say this is also angle of incidence I, alternate opposite angles. So now from this triangle, this is AB and this is some O. From OAB triangle, if I observe, tan I is equal to opposite side x by AO. X by AO means real depth h. So this is, we can write x by real depth. Similarly, mu r into tan r. So tan r we can find, suppose this is image point is I, if I say. So from triangle AIB, tan r is equal to opposite side x by adjacent side is AI, that is apparent depth. So we can write here tan r is x by apparent depth. Now see, x gets cancelled here. So finally mu d by real depth is equal to mu r by apparent depth. Mu d by real depth is equal to mu r by apparent depth. You can remember in this case like this, mu r by apparent depth, or we have to find apparent depth. So apparent depth we can take this side, and these two terms we can take that side. If I take like that, then what we will get? So apparent depth is equal to mu r is already here. Mu d by rd, if I am taking, mu d will come to denominator, rd will go up. So this is, so we are getting apparent depth is equal to mu r by mu d into real depth. Or similarly we can write here apparent depth is equal to this is we can write real depth by mu d by mu r, like this we can write. We can write here still again apparent depth is equal to real depth by, this is mu d by mu r, we can write mu dr. So this is the relative refractive index of denser medium with respect to rarer medium. So here this is the formula. See apparent depth here, apparent depth is apparent position of the object is the position of the object shifted towards the plane surface, and it is less than real depth. So how much less than real depth means it is decreased by mu dr times. So apparent depth is real depth by median. That means apparent depth is less than real depth by how many times? Mu dr times. And we can generalize this also like this. Or if one rarer, suppose real depth is real depth by mu d, if mu d value is mu d value, and rarer medium is air, for air refractive index, absolute refractive index of air is 1. So we can write this is in the case of for air water, refractive index of water mu w is equal to mu, or refractive index of air is equal to 1. So we will get apparent depth equals to real depth by mu. So that means always when the object is in the case 1, when the object is kept in optically denser medium, then apparent depth is always less than the real depth. Always there is a shift in the position of the object, and the object appears to be, the apparent depth is less than real depth by how many times? Mu d r times. If it is there, mu times. Like that we can directly tell. Also you can find out shift also here. So by formula shift in the position of the object we can find by using real depth minus apparent depth. So real depth minus apparent depth we can write general formula, that is real depth by mu d r times. Right, next real depth, if I take common, then 1 minus 1 by mu d r you can write. So shift in the position of the object, the apparent shift in the position of the object, we will get the formula shift is equal to rd into 1 minus 1 by mu d r. Sometimes this rd equals to h we can write, and 1 minus 1 h into 1 minus 1 by mu d r, or here also you can write rd is equal to h by mu d r times we can write real depth like this. Here also h by mu you can write like this. Here also h into 1 minus 1 by mu d r times like this we can write. So this is the, so friends, today we learnt in the image formation by refraction through plane surfaces, case 1 normal view. In case 1 normal view also case 1, object we kept in optically denser medium and observer is observing from optically rarer medium. So if the observer, in this case we observed that apparent depth or apparent position of the object is given by real depth by mu d r times, and shift in the position of the object is given by real depth into 1 minus 1 mu. Thank you friends for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much.